Hey everyone, Livy here, back with another video, and today I'm doing another tarot spread in practice video. So today I have with me, if you're not familiar with this is the, technically it goes by two names, okay? It says either the Oceanum Arcanae or the Ocean Tarot, and you wouldn't think, okay, because this deck only comes with this little booklet. You wouldn't think there's anything in here, and to be honest, there almost isn't. There is literally just one spread in here. Just one. And it is a 3-card spread, but it is called the Navigator spread. Do you guys see that right there? Yep, the Navigator spread. So I want to see if this actually works out, because I do like the positions it has. There's the waves, the situation on the surface, the deeps, right? What's lurking below, and the ship, what is going to help you steer through this. So it's a little bit different take on the 3-card spread. I'm going to try it today, see how it works out for me. As usual, you guys know I have a way of shuffling that's kind of long and convoluted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle the cards off screen, I guess, off screen, and then you guys will see me putting it out when the deck is ready. So I will be right back. Okay, everyone, I am back. Just shuffled the deck. We are going to lay them out. 1, 2, 3. Very, very interesting. Okay, I see. I kind of get a sense of what's going on here. This is really, really interesting. Okay, so just to remind everyone, we have 3 parts here: the waves, the deeps, and the ship. Okay, we're going to see how the spread works out in this deck. So first off, in position number 1, I have the waves here. And specifically, the waves in question are the 6 of Cups. So just to read out like what it says here is the waves is the situation on the surface. Are there storms on the horizon? Which way is the wind blowing? How big are the waves? This card will help you understand what you need to focus on to continue toward your desired destination and steer clear of hazards. And the funny thing with this card, at least for me, and I'm pretty sure the situation it's talking about. So the Navigator is like, which direction, the way I phrased it for this reading was, which direction do I need to go, right? And the 6 of Cups is a nostalgia card, as we know. But the funny thing about this is that I know it's specifically talking about the way I used to handle my writing, because specifically, I'm pretty sure this is aligned to my writing goals and stuff I want to do this summer. It's pretty clear to me. And this is a sign to go back to the thing I was passionate about, find that inner fire again. And this is pretty clear. This is telling me, like, this is what I need to do. It's kind of what I've already known, but like having it, front and center, aware, like this, that's what you need to do, helps a lot. So I would say this is actually a good start to the reading, but it's just more, I guess, like looking at this now as more like, well, how do I continue to focus on this? And I guess it brings up the point of these two. So we're going to look into this. And specifically, we have here for the deeps, we have the Queen of Wands. So I'm going to pick this up and make it a little closer for us so we can see. This is a really interesting Queen of Wands too. It's an octopus. But anyways, I'll read a little position here for the deeps. Position 2 says, the deeps, what's lurking below? Are there helpful or hazardous undercurrents, dangers or hidden treasures, which you should consider in this situation? What do you need to dive into to ensure understanding? And honestly, this card, the Queen of Wands, makes a lot of sense. For me specifically, of course, but maybe for others too, this would make sense. My writing, let's be honest here. I'm not always the most confident when it comes to it, which is funny because, I went to school for it. I did, while I was in university, I did have at least one short story published, but that's been it since then. I had some close calls when it came to like trying to query, but it didn't go through. And there's a lot of things in between that have kind of tried to point out to me, you just need to keep at it, but my confidence has never really been there. So I'm pretty sure this Queen of Wands is here to remind me that I do actually need to be confident. I need to channel this Queen of Wands energy, especially in relation to the project at hand, the one I'm going back to for nostalgia purposes to make me happier. I need to have confidence in it. There is something there. And it's just kind of terrifying at the same time, though. It's one of those things where it's like you want to have this confidence, but it's like the uncertainty, like, will it actually be great? And it can be hard to accept that maybe it won't, maybe it will, but this is telling me I need to have that confidence because I do think there is something there. I guess for me, it's just more of like, I need to build more of the confidence of like, not only just writing it, but it's more the idea of the confidence to market it later. Because I think right now that's also the biggest struggle with writing. People don't realize this. It's like, it's not even just about doing the thing, right? Writing. But if you want to get traditionally published, there's also a side that I don't think I've quite grasped, which is the marketing side of things. Like you have to present your story in a way that's going to attract agents and editors and all that jazz. And I guess that's what I'm still figuring out is how do I get that right ratio of doing that? So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Okay, Queen of Wands. And then position number 3 here is, it's actually very interesting to me. This is the Hierophant. This is our position 3, the ship. And I will read a little bit about what that position says in this guidebook. So let's get into it. The ship, your vessel. We're not meant to swim vast waters unaided. You'll need a ship, a submarine, a helpful sea creature, something to help you sail through the concern or situation you've asked about. This card represents the tool, skill, or relationship you'll need to develop to navigate successfully to your journey's end. And oh my lordy lord, I think this actually this is kind of what I was feeling, but for it to like point it out so poignantly, I guess, is just kind of like, okay, thanks. Like, I don't know if it's that I need to pull another thing here to get a little more clarity, but I do know what this is in reference to. So the Hierophant, right? We usually know that the Hierophant is more geared towards tradition, religion, those systems that are in place. Could also be a teacher, mentor role if it's usually referring to somebody, like lessons to learn and all of that jazz. But I know specifically in this case, because it is in reference to my writing, this is telling me that I need to get down to the nitty gritty, and I actually need to put systems in place so that I am writing consistently. It's not just about having the confidence and remembering the passion that I used to have, the emotions I used to feel. This is also talking about I need to make sure I am very hard on myself and am very, 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 very consistent with my scheduling, or this will not happen. The ship will not set sail. And I've kind of knew that was the case, but it's more of just like making sure I do that for myself. That is going to be the issue here. And I was just curious to see, especially with this Hierophant being a dolphin, like I was kind of curious as to why. I haven't always looked in the guidebook for stuff. So I'm going to look here to see what it says, and maybe it'll give me an extra insight, just because I know what I know, but sometimes Here's an important thing to tell people too, by the way. Guidebooks. I know everyone screams at the top of their lung, don't read the guidebooks. Don't read the guidebooks if you already know tarot, right? They always say that. Don't do that. But actually, you should read your guidebook sometimes. Especially if you're uncertain about like what it's getting at in a specific spread like this, it's always good to read the little extras because these creators put them for a reason. They want you to understand it and gain new clarity and meaning. So let's look at what it says for the Hierophant here. It says, known for being incredibly intelligent, some populations of bottlenose dolphins have been observed using tools and teaching their offspring the same skills. It says keywords, of course, are inspiration, guidance, and faith. Interpretation suggestions are also on here, which is cool. It says there can be a lot of wisdom gleaned from faith, but even more from faith in the everyday and oneself. Embrace your spirituality, whatever it be, and use your knowledge to guide others. Every day can be a special occasion. Don't feel guilty about celebrating the small things. Life is short. So this is a very interesting and different description of what I would have thought for the Hierophant. I mean, yes, there is a spirituality note to it. This deck, I guess, leans more into that than the traditionality of this card, whereas because of the reading in question, I saw more of the traditionality. So maybe it's a little bit of both, like being traditional, but also setting those routines in place so that I can have faith in the product that's going to come. So, wow, this actually ended up being a very good reading. I didn't know what to expect. And the only reason why I say that is because the last time I literally used this deck, the Ocean Tarot, was about a year ago from filming this, and it was basically a brat. It was like really mean to me, so I didn't know what to expect. But I actually think this ended up pretty good. And I do like the spread. I think I would use this Navigator spread again. It doesn't have to be from the Ocean Tarot deck itself. I just wanted to use the deck in question since it had a spread and try it out. Especially because I am using this deck this month. This is one of the decks I'm using this month along with the Queer Tarot, which I showed in the other video of this little tarot spread and practice video. So anyways, if you watched that long, thank you for watching. I hope it gained some insight for you. Even though the spread was about me, I hope if you are interested, actually, sorry. I'm just going to leave the positions here. It is It is a 3-card spread. This is a Navigator spread. It's just 1, 2, 3. This is the waves, the deeps, and the ship. So if you would like to do the spread, I will leave it for a couple more seconds here. You can screenshot it, do whatever you need to do if you want to use it the next time you do a reading. But yeah, with that said, I'm going to head out, but thank you all again for watching. Bye.